Hello, everybody! Lord Magic is here. Guess what? It's that time again. We're here. We're playing more Merfolk in Modern. So, if you have been watching my videos, do me a favor, click the like button. All right? I know you're watching the replay. I can feel it in my soul. You're gonna click that like button, and maybe if you're really kind, you'll subscribe to me. Yeah, maybe, please. And yeah, leave some nice comments. I always read them and appreciate them. So it's yeah, the last couple of weeks we've had a bunch of new fish friends join us here because we've had quite a lot of success with this deck. So been very happy with that. But yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate you being here with me, and hopefully you'll stick around. So let's get to work on this week. Get this put together here. All right, new deck. I mean, it's not really new. I mean, we've been doing this pretty consistently now, but yeah, here we go. So I know we're doing this on Wednesday instead of Tuesday. My schedule's just been messed up the last few weeks, but hopefully we'll start to return more to normal. But yeah, anyway, yeah, it's gonna be another one of those like kind of off nights for us, but you know what? It's been working so far, so we may as well just keep doing it. So it's okay. Yeah. Look, Harbinger of the Seas has been like the greatest thing ever for us. So we're not gonna give up on this plan. We're going to keep jamming Spreading Seas, and we're going to keep jamming Harbinger of the Seas, and we're just not going to let our opponents have any chance against us, right? That's it. The only change I made this week is I got rid of the last Flood Pit Drowner, and I cut the Glasspool Mimic, and we just have two Hydroelectric Specimen. Because it puts us on 22 mana sources, so we're a little bit more consistent with Harbinger in turn 3, and they're also untapped sources, so that's it. I mean, it's still a creature that can like block or sometimes redirect a spell away from our Harbinger. So there is that. But really, it's just I needed another land. A land ideally that also did something besides being a land. So yeah, we stuffed this in here. I don't think Glasspool Mimic is bad. Like I think it's perfectly fine. But I think just given the fact that like all of our victories have been on the back of like playing Harbinger in turn 3, it's probably worth making sure that we maximize our chance of doing that. So why not? Let's go for it. And I'm going to continue to play with our boy Mockingbird here. Mockingbird has been so good for us. Does everything that we could ever possibly want it to do. So yeah, I love this card. I think this card is great, and I will continue to play this card. Hopefully, we'll have another good night tonight and not another bad night. So we've seen like really good leagues, and we've had really poor leagues. So it's just there's a little bit of variance to the metagame with that, and just in general. So I don't know. I'm hoping for not another like or, like just going oh whatever. But yeah, we want another like 5-0 night. That would be cool. Hopefully, also we'll have some people joining us in a little bit once they see that we're live here. So I know this is not the usual time where people expect me to be live, so it might take a little bit before we get our fish friends. It's all right. Look, and I want to make this clear. Not every league that I play is a success. I mean, we've been doing very well recently, but like, I'm not going to promise you that every league I upload is going to be like, oh yeah, another like 5-0 success story. Like, sometimes you do have just bad nights, and that's just part of the game. But we gotta uh keep swimming on regardless. So we hope for that, but we don't like live expecting it all the time either. So all right, well we get to be on the play, so let's do that. We're up against Cheddar's Mom 252. This is a perfectly fine hand. We're probably up against energy, so we can more than likely just turn 3 this Harbinger and win. Well, they played Bloodstained Mire. I kind of want to play the Cavern of Souls here, just in case if I draw another Cavern of Souls, like, I can play that on turn 3 to make sure that, if you play Cavern after Harbinger, you don't get to actually name something with it. So I think it is probably worth playing this now on the off chance we draw another Cavern, just because if Harbinger goes away, then Cavern becomes active again, so... And I mean, we played Island Aether Vial, so they like already kind of know what we're doing here. I'm just not going to play into removal in turn 1, so... I mean, that could just be like Amped Raptor or something. Or like Orcish Bowmaster, so... What we want to have happen here is we want them to like... Okay, they put another land in the graveyard. We want them not to have a basic land right now and just like play something here. And then Harbinger comes out and wins us the game. That's it. Alright, Guide of Souls? Sure. Okay. Oh, this might encourage them to do something. I mean, I'm trying to bait them into cracking this and not getting the basic mountain, but they'll probably do it. The other thing is, it's risky for them to let us get to 3, because we could always have Tishana's Tidebinder, so... I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to keep up the Hydroelectric Specimen here. Because if they do have a removal spell, I can redirect it away with that. The thing is, if I had just jammed it here... Well, you know what? Maybe I was supposed to, actually. Because if they just had, like, a Fatal Push or something, the Hexcatcher could have just countered it. They might think that we don't have Harbinger, though, so that's definitely possible. I don't know. Maybe I was just supposed to jam it there and just throw away Hexcatcher, but we'll see how this turns out. Like, our hand outside of Harbinger is not actually all that good. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, they're not going to do this, but... I mean, if this is all they have, like, that's actually not that good for them. Alright, well, you don't get to cast spells anymore, opponent, so... I guess it doesn't matter. We'll just play Vial here. That's it. They don't get more spells. And I mean, yeah, this is perfectly fine here. They're just like locked out of the game. Unless they've been sandbagging a basic land, that's possible. But we have protection with the specimen here. Yeah, for the basic mountain, we can protect against. If they have planes into static prison, I can't stop that. But it looks like they don't. So We'll take this one up. Let's see. They can't actually do anything if I attack with this Harbinger here, right? If they triple block, it wouldn't actually save them, so... And, like, yeah, they don't have any good attacks either. Alright, but yeah, like, we've got them on, like, a 5-turn clock. There's not really a whole lot of value to playing this Vial right now, because it just kind of tells them that we don't really have anything in our hand. Whereas as far as they know, we could be holding up, like, Flare of Denial or something. Look, Harbinger's going to probably win us this game. Looks very likely. Like, they're just stuck with a bunch of cards they can't play. Interesting. Okay, they're just going to throw away this thing to gain 1 life and make another energy, so they can try to race that way. I mean, it gets rid of the pride, though. Oh, I guess it didn't work. Yeah, like, I don't know what their plan was. Like, they didn't have the planned plus creature to play, so I don't know why they would bother. Yeah, I'm not sure what the point of that was. Oh, that seems really good. None of this, like, really seems to matter. I think... Sure, we'll hit that one. The thing is, if I draw an Island Walk Lord, like, you know, the game just, like, ends, so I kind of want to do that. That's actually pretty good. That's kind of a reason to maybe play the Specimen here, because it means that I could basically just win. See, if I attack with everything and they, like, double block a Hexcatcher, I kill the Guide of Souls, and, like, this doesn't matter, right? They're not going to win with a 1/1. Otherwise, yeah, like, I don't think that there's... If they trade Guide of Souls with a Hexcatcher, that's probably fine. They take 6, and they go to 11. They have a cat token. We're at 9 here. I think I'm going to play this as a land. Just because I can hold up Sink into Stupor. And I think that's probably worth it here. I could have done that before combat. Just bounce the cat token. Yeah, that might have even been better. You know, now that I think about it, yeah, I probably should have played this and just bounced this if they did double block. What are they doing here? They're going to play the One Ring. Oh, they just put Gigantha in hand. I mean, I guess they realized they could just do that, because... Well, they're going to have to discard a card anyway. I'm not sure how that really helps them at all. They also could have attacked, but I guess they don't really care to. Alright, sure, whatever. I mean, I think we're just, like, crushing them here, so... Like, we basically just win the game anyway. Oh, that's really good. I just copy a Hexcatcher, and then they're just, like, actually dead. Yeah, and they can only like cast one spell, and they're whatever spell they cast is not going to work. So, like, they have to chump block something. Sure. Like, their best draw is the One Ring, and it's not actually going to work because I can just sink it. So. All right, there we go. We beat energy with our lockout plan, so that's good. That winning game one is pretty huge. This can be really tough. Like, it looks like we were just cruising the easy street here, but it certainly is not a guarantee that it goes this way. All right, sideboarding. What am I doing here? I think we're taking out lords, right? Yeah, because we're in the draw here, so I think we're supposed to have subtlety for this. The counter spells are like not as good. Oh yeah, we want Chalice for sure. And we want Dismember. Okay. Oh yeah, they have the One Ring, right? So might be worth having like forces over flares. And yeah, Hexcatcher is not terribly relevant versus this deck. And we don't really need Lord. I think everything else is like pretty fine, so I just have to take out one more card. Probably just another bird. I mean, well, the thing is, it is like not bad against this deck, but just take out a subtlety. Like, I don't hugely like that card against this deck, but it's just something to slow them down. I guess I can do it like this. All right. Hmm. Yeah, this hand seems great. We're gonna go Vial into Chalice, and hopefully Dismember will clean up. They're on 6. If they play Ragavan, I might actually just cast the Dismember. Like there's a reasonable argument that if they play Ragavan, I'm supposed to just Dismember that first. If I get the Violet, I can at least use the Tide Shaper as a 1/1, but yeah, I'm not probably not casting this thing. Oh, that's excellent. It means they don't have a 1-drop, so if their plan is reliant on like Ashani, we're just gonna Dismember it. And I guess we're just hoping that they don't have like Wear and Tear, right? That would be less than ideal, but it's not the end of the world if they do. I guess if they have like Amped Raptor here, that's not great, but well, whatever. I don't know. What's like the best possible thing for them to be playing here? They don't like Bowmasters, which that's fine, I guess. Thoughtseize? Oh fuck. Alright, well. Sure, they have to take the Chalice, right? They don't have a choice here. Which means I guess I'm probably just gonna Tide Shaper them then. May as well. They don't have like they have to take Chalice here. They don't really have a choice. This is just way too devastating. So yeah, they take Chalice and just play whatever nonsense they want. But I just like probably just Tide Shaper their land and I can just dismember any creature they play. If they don't play anything, then I just might hold up Dismember. That's it. Oh, that's very good. Okay, I'll save the life because maybe I. The Harbinger is actually amazing here because they don't know about it and they just thought, yeah, they just thought sees me. They don't know that I have my best card. So, they need to get basic planes here. They don't. They're so greedy. They're gonna get wrecked. If we draw land, like Harbinger just wrecks them. Whatever creature they play here is just gonna get hit with Dismember. And they know that I have it, so yeah, they have to be careful. Mm-hmm. Alright, if we draw a land, I think we basically win. Come on, land. Land for the win. That counts. Alright, we're just hoping they don't top deck or they're not sandbagging a basic land. That's it. Yeah, attacking is not really a good idea here because I still have Harbinger of the Tides, so... Boop! Yeah, they have nothing. We win. Okay. No. 2 is a good number for this. Oh, that's great. They might just concede. Like, it's really close. They only have 2 lands here. As long as I have Sink into Stupor up, then any spell they can only cast 1 spell, and 1 spell is not going to be enough because they need to draw a basic land, and yeah, in order for them to win this game, they have to draw a basic, play a removal spell, and I have to not do anything. But like I just bounce the spell back to their hand, and then Tideshaper the basic, and then they're in just as bad a spot. So. Like we're in like basically a guaranteed winning position from here. Sink into Stupor is just protecting our lock now. This is also kind of what I mean. Like Sink into Stupor kind of counts as oh, that's very good. It kind of counts as like a Chalice for this purpose because they can only cast 1 spell, and yeah, the 1 spell that they cast is not actually going to like do anything because this just is a time walk, and then yeah, all right, this is over. They're at the point where even if they draw the basic land, it's not going to actually do anything. So they're dead in 2 turns, and they need like this is over. Okay. There is nothing you can do except die. Yep, okay, cool. You want to put Gigantha in hand before you die? Okay, we win. Off to a great start! Look, this is what I'm saying. This matchup feels like so swingy. It's a lot closer than people think, and it is entirely because of Harbinger of the Seas. Look, your entire plan has to be get Harbinger into play, and you win. That's it. So... these decks, they play, low land count, and they don't have like a lot of basics, and you can use like Spreading Seas to help like thin out the herd as far as basics go. And stuff like Sink into Stupor and Chalice of the Void can help protect your spells so that your Harbinger, just lives to do its job. But yeah, if you just keep them from casting spells, you can win. So it feels hopeless a lot, but if you're playing with the lockout stuff, you have like at least a fair chance. So 50-50, somewhere around there. We have seen though, like sometimes you have like the hand that you need, and they just like curve out perfectly in a way that just plays around everything. Like They'll like start off with like Ragavan on the play into like Ajani into like Amped Raptor or some shit like that, and it's just, when that happens, it just feels miserable. But what are you gonna do? Or like they'll have Flays or something. So we do our best. We're up against Ho-Oh. Okay. They've chosen to play first. Do you have a companion? So we're up against probably another energy deck. This is a little bit dubious. We're on the draw versus what's probably energy. I'm honestly like not sure if this is fast enough to deal with them. I feel like if I know that if I'm up against this deck, like the Spreading Seas definitely is fine, but I think all of these cards are like way too slow in the draw. I feel like I need something better than this. This is a little bit better, but not by a lot. Alright. I mean, Harbinger will help a little bit, and hopefully Tide Shaper can just like buy us some time. Okay. It's not ideal, but we're doing what we gotta do here. If we can find Harbinger of the Seas, like, there's a chance, but that's always the case, so we'll see. Alright. They kept 7, right? Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess sync is okay. It's not perfect, but we'll see. Probably are just casting Tide Shaper. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, okay. Can at least make them burn an energy if they want to do something. They could play like Bowmasters, but Bowmasters won't kill Tide Shaper. They can cast one spell with this right now, so okay, they have the discharge, so that sucks. Well, I mean, yeah, whatever, like it happens. I mean, Harbinger of the Seas would like help a little bit, but not by a lot. Being on the draw against energy is rough. That's true. Yeah. There's not a whole lot you can do about that. Hmm. I think what I'm gonna do this turn is probably play this Sink into Stupor on whatever they're gonna cast. So I think I play Mutavault here. I don't think I'm gonna play Master. I'll wait for them to attack with the Ocelot Pride and just Harbinger it back. If they do have a turn one play, it is like you're right. It's very very hard, but that's why I'm just trying to put myself in a position where I can maybe do something here. Um, okay. Just not gonna let them get any more creatures with this. All right. So they have this again. I mean, I can let that resolve. It's fine. If that's it, this can only deal 1 damage, right? I can bounce this thing if I want as well. I think the smart thing is to just sink this thing. Okay, sure. The more things I keep off of the board, the harder this is. That's really weird. Okay, sure. What if I had a fucking Harbinger right now? Like, you would just be dead, opponent. What are you doing? Okay, well... If we draw Harbinger, we're still in the position where it just kind of wins the game off of the Vial, but... Gotta see here. Sure, play the Ocelot again. Okay. Come on, Harbinger off the top wins the game. It's not Harbinger. They don't have any more energy, right? They haven't actually drawn another land yet either. How do I do this? Because it is really tempting to just bounce this back to their hand with the Otawara again. Interesting. That's bad for us. I think I have to bounce the Goblin Bombardment back to their hand. I feel like they probably just drew this. Yeah, this is not ideal. Yeah, I gotta bounce this thing. We have to draw Harbinger this turn. If we don't draw it this turn, then there's no hope. They'll have a bunch of cats, but we can beat that, so. Alright, Harbinger this turn or we die. Okay, I think we're just dead. They're just gonna replay Bombardment and the game is over here now. We gave ourselves as many possible turns. Like, we made it to turn 7 here, right? So, we tried our best. Sure. Yeah, they're just gonna kill off all of our creatures now. They can just sacrifice this and flip a Johnny here. Like, yeah, it's actually just over. Like, I cannot come back from this board state. Johnny's gonna flip here, and yeah. It's rough, but yeah, this is like what I'm saying. We kind of need Harbinger because without it, like, we're fucked. We were on the draw there, and we didn't have our cards, so life sucks, you know. Well, we get to be on the play this time though, so it's a little bit better for us. And what do we want here? I think what Tidebinder's better on the play. Well, we don't need Hexcatcher. Take out 2 lords. Uh, I could just take out the other lords here. I don't know. It's definitely reasonable. Yeah, taking out 1 vial because of the chalices also kind of makes sense. I think I'm either taking out another Lord of Atlantis or a Flare of Denial, and I'm not sure which. Mm, It's not an easy choice. Alright, we'll live without it. Like, Lord is not that important in this matchup. Like, having one is a nice help, but we really only want to play it post Harbinger here. I think we're keeping this hand because we do have 2 lands in Harbinger of the Seas, and hopefully this will just work out for us. Let's see. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh, they have basic planes? Okay, well, definitely going to Tide Shaper that. That's good. They have removal, I'm forcing them to burn it in Tide Shaper. If they just choose to play another creature instead, that's fine. Okay, Ajani? If I let this resolve, do I actually win? I think that I actually do. Because I'm pretty sure I just end up playing a Harbinger of the Seas, and I'm probably, like, winning from there, because they should not be able to cast anything else. And then Harbinger of the Tides can help us, like, get out of this, so... Sure. They have 2 energy here, they can't attack. Alright, we're going to take a little bit of damage, but what's going to happen is we're just going to play Harbinger and bounce this token back, hopefully. Oh, fuck, that's not good. Well, they can only cast white spells, right? So... Thraben Charm. I mean, I can flare it. I mean, I probably need to. So, alright, well, this is going to make it hard. They had enough, like, basics to play around us this time. Alright. But I don't know, they might not, like, they don't have a lot of white removal, so we might still be okay here. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I just play Harbinger and bounce the token back to their hand. Yeah, I don't think I can attack them here. Alright, and then we'll just play Aether Vial. Hopefully they don't have any more important spells they can cast here. They could cast another Ajani, which would suck, but if that's the case, we can... It's not unbeatable to beat another Ajani, but yeah. We need them to not cast the white spells. Oh, fuck. Alright. Well, if they had 2 white removal spells with, like, double basic planes, like... Remember when I said sometimes they just have draws that just beat everything you do? Well, this is one of those draws, so... Yeah, there's Flash. Like... What? We, like... Kinda have to, what are they doing? They're gonna kill our Harbinger here, sure. We have to draw, like, exactly another, Harbinger of the Seas this turn, or we're just dead, so. It's not, again, if we draw it this turn, it's not unbeatable, but if they start casting more red spells, we're just lost, so. Well, that's bad, but, alright, do what we gotta do. Alright, this probably means we lose, because that was, like, the only window we were going to have to do that, so... They are just going to... They can get more energy here, like, they have enough cards, so... Yeah, and this can feed this for as long as they need to. Yeah, with the Amped Raptor here, like, that's such a beating, too. So now it's like very difficult to remove the Ajani, even if we like got Harbinger out somehow. Sure. Yeah, no, yeah, okay, that's it. The game's over. We can't beat this. All right. So there we go. We saw how, like, this is what I mean. It's a coin flip. Like, it's 50-50. Sometimes, you know, our C's plan is really, really good against them, and sometimes, like, it just doesn't matter what we do. Like, it just feels completely helpless. So that's where we're at with this match, all right? If they just have the things that they need, like there's basically nothing we can do to beat those draws. Like we tried very hard there, but they needed like double planes into like double white removal, and they had it. So we can't. Well, there's nothing we can do to like ever defeat that. It's unfortunate, but it's just how it is. But I mean, yeah, look, we're 50-50 against the energy deck this league, so that's kind of what we expect to be. We're up against Raptor Nachos. Oh my god, are we up? Is he going to be another Raptor deck? Fuck, I hope not. I don't want to like be fighting a bunch of 50-50 decks. I want to be playing stuff that I'm advantaged against, like Murktide, I think so. But you know, this is what we're doing. Sorry to tell you, this is. Oh yeah, look here. Well, okay, this is what we're doing, I guess. We're on the play here. Um, up against energy. We have triple Harbinger of the Seas. Let's hope that that's good enough. No! Oh god. Shifting Woodland probably means that this is Titan, which... Now, it can't be, right? They have Gigantha, so what the fuck are we up against? I'm so confused, but does probably mean that we're in good shape here, right? Alright, let's just get a fishy out here. This is probably a deck where Harbinger of the Seas will be very effective. Oath of Nisa. I don't no idea what deck is playing this card. The only deck I knew that played this was Titan, right? So what are they gonna do? I hope for their no, they did. Oh, they're fucked. All right, well they're not casting spells this game. So okay, they just put another Catacombs in the graveyard. I guess they could have something like Flare of Malice. Like there are some of these decks plays something like that. And I mean, if they do, I'm just gonna play two more Harbingers, so it's kind of okay if that's the best card that they have. So okay, we win. Okay, so all right, I gotta actually look here. What deck plays Shifting Woodlands? Do I have any idea what I'm up against? I guess it possible it could be Eldrazi. And it's probably a deck where Harbinger's going to be good here, so that would be my guess. Oath of Nisa really is a surprise, but all right. So I mean, it's not necessarily clear to me what we're playing against here, but this is I'm guessing that Harbinger's probably good here. I mean, it could also be like a Yawgmoth deck, maybe. Feel like I'm gonna board kind of like it's Yawgmoth. If I had to just take a guess. All right. So what do we want? So I think we want Tidebinder and Subtleties here. Dismember. I'm taking Dismember. What do we not want? Probably not Hexcatcher. Probably not Harbinger of the Tides. Spreading Seas is more likely good than not. Have to cut 2 more cards. On the draw against this deck, we have no idea what we're actually dealing with here. I mean, if it's Yawgmoth, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe just cut 1 Lord of Atlantis and 1 Mockingbird. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what the correct thing to be doing here is. But that's my best guess. I think that they were probably correct to conceal information there, because there's not a lot of decks that are playing this combination of cards. Yeah, and the Gigant... Well, no, it can't be Yawgmoth, right? They have Gigantha, so it's even less clear to me what it is that they're doing because of this. So, fuck. All right, well, let's just... We've got cards that interact with some stuff. I guess we're going to keep this and hope for the best. I don't know what their strategy is here, so I'm not sure like what we're doing, but they might be more inclined to get basics after seeing Harbinger, so... Yeah, there's Basic Forest, Oath of Nisa, sure. The first... Oh, they're up there playing Slivers. Oh my god, okay. Okay. I actually don't remember what this card... Okay, alright. I see your game here. Alright, we're probably not terribly far off from what we need to be doing right now. No, I don't think that there's a lot that they play like what, Teferi and Soaring, right? Those are their Planeswalker spells. So they can play because of the Oath of Nisa, they can play that through our disruption here. So we actually might need this flare for something. Okay. That probably needs to die. Okay, what mana is more important to them here? Probably the green mana, if I had to take a guess. I think they have more actual green spells. I'm gonna take a chance here and say that. Because they could cast, like, I don't know, like, maybe Delighted Halfling or something. Okay, Mutavault, sure. Yep. This is really weird. Okay. They're not doing anything that's interesting here. This is very dangerous, and actually, I don't think I'm gonna do anything. I think I'm just gonna pass and wait for them to crack the fucking Misty, so I can Tidebinder it. Alright. Do it, opponent. When will you learn? Nice! Okay, good. We got this. I might actually be able to double seize them if I draw an island, so... Okay. Think... If I draw another Cavern of Souls, I can play the Lord of Atlantis, so I should do this. Okay. Back. If I really need Flare, I have it available, but let's hope that we don't. We have Subtlety as well. Alright, well, we're definitely going to Spreading Seas that. I think if we keep them off the green mana, they're probably not going to be able to win, so... I think I also want to play the Lord of Atlantis here. Unless I draw another Spreading Seas or Tide Shaper. I don't think they're going to be casting spells for quite a while. And the thing is, because we're going after all the green sources, it means they can't, like, get Gigantha and undo all of our hard work. So that's part of the strategy here. Soaring Imperious. No, thank you. How do I want to do this? I think I just sacrifice Lord of Atlantis here, right? I mean, I could Subtlety this thing. I think I'm just flaring it. Well, here's the thing. They actually didn't need to tap the swamp to cast that. Oh, this is excellent. Okay. I don't think that attacking with the Mutavault matters that much here. I think just holding up the flare makes more sense. So I have Subtlety and Flare. It feels like impossible to lose from here with both of these cards in hand. So we have Lethal in play anyway, so if I just Flare whatever they cast here, we got it. Yeah, okay, we win. Excellent. Alright, well, we beat Slivers. That was not a deck that I was expecting to see. Alright. You know what? Sure, we'll take it. You gotta be careful, like... The Oath of... Like, they could have, like, really hurt us with that Oath of Nisa, just... Because they have, what, Teferi, I think, too? That and, like, Soaring can, both have a ways... Like, what? They put... The trick with Soaring is they're going to put Morpheron in play, right? So they have a 6/6, creature that is, all creature types. So that's their vampire that they cheat into play. And it also makes all their slivers cost, one of each color less, so they can just jam their colorless, or they can jam their 5-color slivers for free. That's it. Okay. Oh my god. All right. We're up against Aspiring Spike. All right. I guess we're gonna keep this. Alright, yeah. There we go. We got a nice message from Spike here. Alright. See what he's up to today. Ugin's Labyrinth. Okay. So, yeah, we're up against Eldrazi-tron, it looks like. A Chalice in 1. Unfortunately, Chalice in 1 does nothing against me. Alright. Don't really need that right now. I can just Tide Shaper this thing next turn, so. Because I have Cavern of Souls. If that's all he has, that's not going to actually be enough. Yep. Sure, he's going to take his Emrakul back, but take him off of his colorless mana, so... This like sets him further back on mana, so he doesn't have another land, so we're making it more difficult to cast stuff. He's got Eldrazi Temple, so we could... Alright, what do we got here? Null Drifter. Alright, I fixed his mana inadvertently for this, so he gets to draw 2 cards. Sure, alright. So what do we want? We want Harbinger right now, is basically it. Sync is not bad. Alright, let's get Lord online. He would have had to have drawn a 3rd land too, I think. But wait, we want to get our stuff online here, so... We did. Oh god. Alright, let's see how bad is this going to be. Sure. Until your next turn, creatures get smaller. Neat. Okay. Discard any number of cards and investigate twice. Okay. Uh, so what kind of bad shit can happen right now? Probably not. I think we probably just need to jam as much stuff as we can and hope for the best. So, all right, put as much pressure in play as we can. Hope that he doesn't have like all his dust or something. Okay, so next turn, right now. So this will be three. So we have what, four, 3 and 3. So that's 10. So if I play Harbinger, then theoretically, if he only puts one thing in play and nothing does nothing else, then Sync might help us win here. Sure. Island Cycle. Okay. He got basic island, so alright. He's got 5 mana. He needs like another labyrinth or something in order to all his dust us. Okay. What do we do here? The One Ring. Alright. I mean, it's not ideal, but I mean, if he only casts one big spell, Sink into Stupor does help, so I guess I can play the Specimen as a land in Tide Shape or something and still have Sync up, right? So that probably hurts his mana the most. I think we just hit an Eldrazi Temple here, and again, if he just plays another One Ring, I feel if we just bounce it with Sync, we actually just win. So that's the plan. And there is basically no point in trying to figure out, like, well, I'm sure whatever deck he's playing is something he just created for his league here, so yeah, I am assuming that there's probably a, if we try to look and see what deck is playing all this stuff, then I'm sure that this is totally unique and that nobody else has done this yet. This is true innovation. All right. What we got? No, thank you. This should win us the game. All right, we win. Okay. All right. What are we doing here? All right, so this is a kind of an interesting, like, it's a blue Eldrazi deck. So, all right, what do we, he showed us Emrakul. He showed us Tamiyo meets the Story Circle, right? So, like, I gotta actually read this card because I'm not like super familiar with it. Right. Investigating this, so um, all right. So it's kind of like a fog. It also lets him throw cards away from his hand to draw stuff. So it's a very valuable card like that. All right. Like Harbinger does seem like the way to go. I think we want Force of Negation here. Like, we probably don't need Harbinger of the Tides. That card seems like that's not necessary. Let's see. This is like Eldrazi, so there's also a One Ring deck, so like Hexcatcher is, well, it's not clear that Hexcatcher is necessarily great. So for what against regular Eldrazi, like our plan would be what? Probably wouldn't. Yeah, we would have Hexcatcher against regular Eldrazi, but there's the One Ring to be concerned about. So we do want Force and Tishana's Tidebinder. Yeah, that does seem fun. It's probably like enough here, right? Maybe take out one Mockingbird. Because we do kind of want it for flair, but yeah, it's not like clear that it's like super great. The Tidebinders are actually really good against the One Ring, so there is that to be said. I think this is probably fine. I think we're gonna do it like this. Okay. This is not a terribly, like, great hand. And he's keeping 7 cards here. I honestly don't feel very good about this. We can the Mockingbird can come in like what? We're gonna play it in turn 1, so we have flare up, but like we're not slowing their we have nothing to disrupt his mana at all. I guess I could copy Lord, but like that's probably one of like the worst things to do in this. So yeah. Oh fuck. Well, we don't have a land, so unfortunately we have to mulligan again. Alright. Okay, well, it just seems like we're destined to die here, so I guess we're keeping this and just putting, like, 2 cards away. Alright. That first hand was, like, really, like, not terribly good, but we went to a 0-land hand to, like, a hand that, you know, just has, like, 1 non-mana source, so what are you gonna do? I might have actually... maybe I was supposed to start with Mutavault here. Because if he just plays, like, the 1 ring, like, we just get buried by it, so... Alright, he's gonna probably have a free game to just do whatever he wants. Okay, well... I think my best bet is to just represent Counterspell right now. I could have, like, played Mutavault and copied it. He doesn't do anything that's interesting. Take this up, I guess. Alright, play Mutavault. This... probably where I want to be here. I mean... he doesn't have another land, so we're just hoping that we find something before he does. Guess I'm going to tick this up just in case I draw a 3-drop. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright. Mystical Dispute. Yeah, that tracks. I mean, that's why I wanted to, like, take it up to 3, because I guess if we found, like, a Tidebinder or Harbinger, that would have been a little bit better, but... we just need to hope that he doesn't find more lands. So if he does, we're kind of screwed here. It's just, like, the absolute worst time to draw a 2-drop is right after he take up Vial, so... so yeah, I'm assuming he probably has, like, the 1 ring in hand, and he's just doesn't have another mana source to cast it. No, we're not ever taking this thing up. There we go. That is pretty nice. Okay. Alright, we're gonna copy Mutavault here. If he's gonna use Tishana's Tidebinder on my Aether Vial, I'm forcing him to do it on his own turn, but... I guess... oh, he just gives up. Okay, so I guess he just didn't have... I don't know if he realized I just turned off my Mutavaults by doing this, but I only did this because I didn't... it might have actually been incorrect to put Harbinger in play here, to be perfectly honest. Now that because I can only attack for 6, so... alright, I am going to take, like, a very quick, like, 2-minute break. We will be right back here, everybody. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, alright. I'll be right back. I'm back. Hope you have not left me. Here. Alright, let me back here. We'll talk about this game for a second. There we go. So, yeah, now I'm thinking about this, and putting the Harbinger in play means that he can't play a soul land here. So he can't play, like, Ugin's Labyrinth and get to 5 mana that turn. I don't know what card he might have had on 5 that would be more relevant to 4. Because the One Ring is, like, obviously the most important. The thing is, if he finds any land that's, like, not Urza Saga, and I don't think that he was playing that, or at least we didn't see any sign of that, yeah, any other land would still let him cast the One Ring and just continue to curve out. Well, we have actually, like, nothing to pressure him with, so that was rough. Otherwise, Mutavault attacking for, like, I could attack him for 6 with Mutavault. Like, maybe that was better. It'd still be like a 3-turn clock. But it might be like that. Maybe that was the best we could do. Whereas if I play Harbinger, I have to wait for like 7 turns. Like, maybe he wasn't supposed to concede that game. Like, putting Harbinger in play, like, the more I think about it, the more it actually seems like that was actually a mistake. So, like, we kind of, like, you know, stole game 1, and he gifted us game 2. So, we'll take it. But, yeah. You missed most of it. It's okay. The replay is always up. So, you know. Look, our 1 loss is against Energy, so we beat Energy, we lost against Energy, we beat Slivers, and then we beat Aspiring Spike, who's playing some sort of blue Eldrazi deck. But, honestly, I don't feel good about that win, because I think that Vialing in Harbinger was actually a huge blunder on my part. So, I don't think he should have conceded to it. I think that he had a very good chance by just not waiting, so. I got the hookup for when you're at... Yeah, well, you know, this... I have to do this, like, I try not to start my leagues later than, like, 8 o'clock, so by the very latest I'm done between, like, 10 and 11 at the absolute latest, because I have to, like, I still have work in the morning, too, so I don't want to be, like, streaming too late. But we're 3-1 right now, so that's pretty good. Our only loss is, like, an Energy, and, you know, we're 50-50 against Energy in this league, which is exactly what we expect our deck to do, so I have no major complaints so far, other than, like, that last game I don't feel good about, so... Alright, well, we get to be on the play. This is just a very sketchy hand. I don't think I can keep this. This is better, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I think this is alright. We're gonna keep this. Probably just get rid of islands, because if we need the 3rd land, then we have Specimen for it. And if we draw more lands, then we can just use this as a spell, so. Okay. They've kept 7 cards here. We don't know what we're up against, but Spreading Seas is usually pretty good, right? So we'll run with this and see how we do. Basically, any land he plays this turn. Oh, yeah, well, Spreading Seas. Please play. Yes! This is like the episode. We're probably up against Eldrazi, and he chose red? Yeah, okay, yeah, this has got to be like the Eldrazi ramp deck, and if we just Spreading Seas this thing, we send him back to the fucking Stone Age. Yes! 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 I think I should play the Tide Shaper here, because it'll put pressure in play against him. So he has a stop in my upkeep for some reason. I don't know if it's my connection or something. Alright, Cavern of Souls. I don't think that there's any chance that this goes bad. I also don't think there's any chance I'm attacking with Mutavault next turn, so... They're 0%, right? So I'm just going to play the Cavern of Souls. Play the Tide Shaper. I would rather put the Spreading Seas... I want to play a creature so I can start attacking, but... Like, I might Spreading Seas his next land, depends on what it is. Or, you know, I could draw Harbinger of the Seas, and I'd want to play that, so that's also fair. Alright, Forest, sure. Alright, well, I can't do anything about the Talisman, so... If he's got K-Return, he's got K-Return. I cannot defeat that. However, that's pretty convincing. Okay. I mean, I still probably just need to Spreading Seas this forest and hope that there's no K. Like, if he uses his whole turn to K return a Tide Shaper, that's got to be fine, right? Attack for 2. I will play the Mutavault, play the Spreading Seas on the other forest. Oops. Alright. I mean, I might have to just play this as a land, and then I could attack with Mutavault, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I just hold up Sink into Stupor. Sure, Rumble, go for it. Fine, their Kozilek's return goes into the graveyard here, but he does find some basic land, so... Cavern of Souls, Forest, and Plains. Okay, that's interesting. The Plains is not expected here, so I'm not sure what that's for. Well, there's the Cavern of Souls. Alright. I mean, I'm assuming this is Eldrazi, right? It has to be, because there's... They chose Dragon? Oh, fuck! I've got to be in trouble now. Alright, okay. That is not good news for us at all. I am very nervous now, and this K return is here. What? Dragon and Kozilek's return. What? K command? Okay. I guess I just still kind of want Harbinger of the Seas. Because it'll turn off the Cavern here if I can find that. Sure. They get their forest back, but... I mean, I probably just have to play this, right? Keeps them off of double red. Play this. Pass. And then if they don't do anything, I can play 2 Lords next turn, and then it protects me from K return. So... As of now, they can't do another command, and if they want to do K return, it probably takes their old turn. Otherwise, if I play 2 Lords, then K return doesn't do anything, so we'll see. What are we doing? Oh, yeah. Okay. They don't have enough mana to kick it, so that's, I mean, sort of okay. I'm guessing they get a waste. This has to be 7 or greater, right? So it puts the land onto the battlefield. Ooh, fuck. Alright, that's dangerous. Alright, I gotta be careful right now because... what? If they cast an Eldrazi that costs 7 or more, this is going to come back and kill everything, and there's nothing I can actually do about it. Yeah, we are in a lot of danger here, and I feel like if they have land plus 7 drop and they do this, and kinda am screwed. I don't have a good way of beating that. I can play 2 Lords here. Alright, well, the other thing, I could just play 1 Lord, right? That's an option. If they do this, I lose 2 creatures. But I still have a Mutavault in play with the Spreading Seas, so I don't know, maybe that's alright. This only, like, loses to, like, I don't know, if they have, like, actual Kozilek's Return in hands, then maybe that's bad. Yeah, I feel a little bit better about it next turn if I can have Sync up, too, but it's... This, if they do something this turn, it gives us an idea of whether they have something to do or not, so... Why the fuck did they choose Dragon? Okay, what, like... I don't understand. They chose red, okay. Oh, I see. Obsidian Charmaw. I don't have to let this resolve, right? Like, this is perfectly fine to just bounce this back to their hand. Okay. If that's, like, the best thing that they have, then we're probably in good shape. Attack them for 7 here. I could attack them for 9, but, I still, like, risk them having an Eldrazi. Alright. If Charmaw is all they have, then we win. Oh, yeah, that's bad. I think we're just fucked, right? Yeah, there goes the there goes, like, everything. Okay. Yep. Alright, well, you have a World Breaker. Alright, yeah, like, I couldn't really beat them just having the Eldrazi here, unfortunately, so... That was also like a really bad one because it got rid of the Mutavault, which was like our 2-turn win here. So holding back Master made sense if they had like All Is Dust or something, because we would still be able to play Master and attack them for 3. But this, because we do, yeah, well, yeah, the fact that like they got rid of Mutavault and the board is really bad. However, they might not want to attack here because like they're also in danger, so we'll see. I mean, Charmaw is not really that good right now, and especially if we can draw another Island Walk Lord, that would be helpful. If they Charmaw my Cavern or whatever, who cares? It doesn't actually matter. Oh my god! Holy shit! 2 World Breakers? Alright, well, now we need something here. Well, we lose our Island Walk because of this. Okay, I'm getting a little bit nervous now. Exile search for tomorrow? Okay. We're they have just had a lot of stuff. I don't think that actually helps me very much. I guess I could just bounce the World Breaker back to their hand and get in 2 damage. I don't think that's gonna make or break me though. What else could they possibly have that's gonna matter? I don't know, but I don't have any better play at this point, so I'm just gonna do this. I have to hope that I can somehow like sneak damage across the line and go to 10 this turn. They'll have like 10 power for next turn. I don't have any way of like actually killing them here with no cards in hand. Like the most I could theoretically attack them for is 3 if I drew a Lord. I could draw like Spreading Seas into Lord, but that would only be 3. I'd have to block. Yeah, so that doesn't really help me. It does turn off like Dismember or something if they play that, or if they like for some reason use the Talisman for mana, like it could hurt, but seems unlikely that's going to happen. Okay. All right. Well, this is a thing that's happening to us right now. Here's the World Breaker. It's going to target... They should target one of my lands. Yeah, they go after this. Sure, that's fine. Yep. Go to 10. I have to block one of these next turn or I'm dead, so... Like, I have no actual way out of this. I mean, it's not nothing. I guess I can bounce one of them back to... Alright. This... There is a line. Alright. Maybe. Can bounce one of them back to their hand with Harbinger of the Tides. If they just... I don't know. Not, yeah, like, not block anything. Sure. Go to 5. I don't know. This is the best we can hope for at the moment. I have to go to 5 here, right? They recast this thing. I don't know if I can, but I'm trying. I need them to exile another one of my lands and not my Aether Vial, because if they exile a land, then Spreading Seas into like Lord is actually a way to win. Or if they just play Charmaw, no, actually Charmaw would not be enough here, right? I don't think so. Oh, okay, well that'll do it, I think. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Okay. That was rough, but what are you gonna do? Okay, well, this is not. This is. I don't know. I don't feel like this is a great match, but I don't think it's not like terrible either. It's fine. It's just we need to be. We need them not to have like Kozilek's returns. Basically, what it comes down to. All right. Hexcatcher, yes. Our Seas can be very good against them. I think Harbinger of the Tides is generally not very good. Island Walk is actually a little bit more important here. I think we just take out Mockingbirds, right? Probably just like this. I can do it like this. This is a little bit better. Because we are leaning more on Flare, so having 1-drops is helpful. Alright, let's see if we can do this. This hand seems okay. If they play like a Mana Rock, I might actually just force it. They've moved to 6. Okay, that's good news. Our plan is to just tick Vial up to 3 and hope that Harbinger of the Seas slows them down. And if they K-return, maybe Force can or stop them. So they have kept 6. We need to draw a land so that I can cast this Tide Shaper. Sure. If I cast this Tide Shaper in this in turn 2, I will be in such good shape. Why do they choose white? What white card could they possibly be playing? We really, really want land here. Land would be excellent. That's less than excellent. Okay. Alright, well I can still vial it in if I desperately need to counter something this turn, so... If they play like a mana rock, I might actually have to flare that. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Well, if they play like Ugin, or I mean the One Ring, I do have to force that, so... Okay, the question is, how do I want to go about this? Throwing away Tide Shaper seems like the best bet here. We can just flare this, I think. We used our Aether Vial to just turn this into like a force. I really, really need the island this turn. You know what? I'll take it. That works. If they just play another One Ring, I'm just going to have to force it with Tishana's Tidebinder, and then hopefully Harbinger will do it. I'm forcing basically any spell that they cast that I can, so... no. We're not doing that. I'm not giving you mana here. The vial goes upstairs, turns off their stuff. Interesting. What are we doing with this? Oh, alright, that sucks, but sure. We could just draw like a Spreading Seas here. Play this and get it on Merfolk now, but... You may as well play the Cavern while I can still name Merfolk, so... They have their green mana back, unfortunately. They managed to cast that at exactly the right time before I could shut it off. So I need another Spreading Seas badly. Because if they get another One Ring, I'm in some deep shit. That's not good. Alright, I'm going to keep this in hand just so that they think I have like a force, but we are fucked if they have another One Ring. That's pretty much where we're at. That looks like a One Ring. Okay, it's not, but like this is still bad for us. This is one of those cards where it would have been nice to keep this from resolving because this helps them unmana fuck themselves, so... Like now, see, the problem is like this has ramped them so much that like the Harbinger is not able to do its job because like the fucking Tide Shaper couldn't do its job. Honestly, if this had been like a Spreading Seas instead of a Tide Shaper on this thing, like we would probably be winning this game. But, you know, that's just how it is. Like, a lot of the time, I think the Spreading Seas is going to be way better just because it can't be easily removed like this, so... But, yeah, no, we are in some deep shit right now. Like, they have one card left, but we can't, like, actually attack them at all. Sure, I guess the Flare is a thing, but... The thing, they can cast basically any spell, and there's nothing we can do to stop it, like... This is looking very bad for us. We tried to hurt their mana as much as possible, but we were not able to. Search for tomorrow? I mean, I guess. Yeah, they have access to all their colors. I can't really prevent that. Return another permanent they control and all auras attached to it to their owners. Oh, I see. They're just going to keep doing that. Yeah, I think we need to counter this. Well, they have no cards in hand, so as long as they, like, just... If they draw, like, nothingness, like, if they just draw mana sources, then, you know, we could actually win from here, but it's going to be hard. If they draw one single relevant card, we just lose the game on the spot. And we need... That's a good start, I guess. Let's turn off the green mana. No more green spells, please. So now green spells are fine for them to draw because they can't cast them. Okay, well, they drew another land that doesn't matter. Lord would actually be very helpful right now because we could start... The Lord is a 3-turn clock. This... I could actually bounce this thing back to their hand. Because they can't cast it again. And then it lets me start attacking, so... No! No! I didn't want to do that! Oh, fuck, that was such a punt. I wanted to use its ability, not play it. Fuck, that was a misclick. I screwed up. Ah, that could have been the game right there, because I could actually start attacking them here. Fuck. Alright. If we lose, that's on me. Like... Alright, well... Maybe we won't get punished by this, but that was like one turn where it could have been. Alright. If they just draw lands, well, so here's the thing. If I draw another Lord next turn, they could have actually been dead this turn. So, like, that one turn might be the difference, but they would have been at 10 here instead of 12. No, you cannot cast greens. They basically just told us they drew a green card. Alright. I need you to draw crap for one more turn. Can you fail for one more turn, opponent? Fuck. That's gonna feel so bad if they, like, draw out of this turn. I mean, we didn't draw the Lord here, but that very could have easily been a game. Alright, so... Sveiloon was kind and gifted us back that game even after we tried to, like, throw it away. So, that is an undeserved win on our part. It's a huge, huge mistake that very, very easily, like, could have just cost us the entire match. Whereas now, like, we still have a chance, so... Alright, what do I want here? I feel like this... Tidebinder's gotta be, like, fine, right? Because it does counter some of these triggers that actually matter. I mean, that's pretty much it, right? There's not anything else we can really change here, so... Okay, we still have a chance for a 4-1, unfortunately... Oh, fuck, This hand is asking so much of us. I cannot keep one land on the draw, right? This is more acceptable. Okay, what am I doing with this? I think I just have to get rid of a Spreading Seas. Because we can at least play the Aether Vial here on one, and so... I don't like having to do this. Alright, fuck. They have Utopia Sprawl again, so sure. We need to draw our other lands. They could potentially get to 4 mana on turn. Like, they could just get a turn 2 1 ring. Like, that's possible. We're hoping that doesn't become the case, but maybe we could. And we have to watch out for Kozilek's return, right? So we really want to land the Spreading Seas before the... Okay, well, that was a very good draw for us. because that means we can hit the forest, so hopefully we don't have to worry about K return. Killing off our Harbinger. We land Seas. I need them to, like, not play Ugin's Labyrinth this turn. So if they... Alright, you know what? I can live with that. That doesn't do very much right now. Because this lets me slow them down a little bit. I'm also okay with that, too. What are you doing? You have something to do with this? Oh, fuck. Okay, they are gonna go for, it looks like they might go for the One Ring next turn. That would be really terrible. So if I draw, like, a 1-drop here, that would kind of be nice, because I could at least flare it. Or a Force of Negation. Okay, well, they're gonna probably play the One Ring, but if they do, I can't do anything about it, so... The good news is, even if they play it, they can't actually do a whole lot with it right now. And next turn we can Violin Lord of Atlantis and play Harbinger in the same turn. What are they gonna do? They could Charmaw me. That's also a thing. Eldrazi? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm gonna get a basic here. They are kicking it. Wait, how did they do that? Oh, no, they because of the temple, right? Okay, that makes sense. So we do not have our Harbinger online for this turn, but this is not great. We need we need another Seas right now. White, okay. Come on, spreading Seas would be very good. Even Tide Shaper would be fine here. Okay. Well, they don't have access to red mana here, so I guess... Should do this now just in case they, like, play a mountain, but... There is a very high chance that I'm going to have to throw one of these away to a Flare of Denial this turn. If they don't do anything this turn, I will play this as a land, tick the Vial up, and so I have Flare plus Harbinger up. I mean, sure. This is not good. But I absolutely have to counter this. Yeah, that means, okay, I'm vulnerable to K return here. Okay, well, I still am going to tick the Vial up here, because if I can draw a Lord, that would be good. But, if they have K return, then I'm just kind of screwed no matter what I do. Just thinking if I want to play one of these over the other. So it might be worth keeping the Otawara in hand to bounce something. Possibly bouncing the Spreading Seas. That's definitely reasonable. So I think I am going to play it. The Otawara seems like it might be worth a little bit more to me right now. Alright, we're just hoping they don't have K return, because if they have return, then, you know, life is, we're just going to die, so... Pray for none of that. Okay, well, that's good. A Lord would be fine. That's actually pretty good, too. It does stop a lot of stuff that they do, but... Okay, they just drew a land. I think I... Okay, so I gotta think here. The One Ring is gonna resolve, so the only question is what trigger do we want to deal with? Do we want to let them draw a card, or do we want to let them have protection for a turn? I honestly think if they have protection for a turn, they basically get to draw a card anyway. So we may as well counter the protection and let them draw the one card. Sure. The only difference is they might get to cast it now if whatever they drew, so... That's actually very good. Alright, our chances of winning have just skyrocketed here. They're at 10, so, like, we have a lot of chances right now. They have 2 cards, so we can counter one of them. So 1k return is not enough to beat us here. That is the worst possible thing. You should have exiled your own forest here. Getting rid of the Aether Vial, that is like the most useless thing you could have possibly gotten rid of. Like the correct thing for you objectively is exiling your own forest. Opponent has made a huge blunder, and that it might actually cost them the game now. Yeah, you may as well attack, because I'm not blocking it. That's very good. Okay, yeah. I guess, like, I can just tide shape the Utopia Sprawl here, and I can just throw away, like, anything. This keeps them from casting another spell, I guess. So they didn't know this, but, like, I would have still had Island Walk, but... Oh, fuck. Did they draw, like, Emrakul here or something? I hope not. If they did, they should not be attacking right now. Interesting. Okay. I'll take the 3. I don't see any reason not to do that. So what is your plan here? What are you, like, gonna do? Emrakul would suck, because they could actually, like, block my Lord of Atlantis. But, yeah, that could be really bad for me. No, they have nothing. Okay, cool. We 4-1'd. It was a little bit sketchy there in the last match, but we got there. Surprisingly. Like, they had a lot of, like... There was a lot of danger, but, again... The only match we have lost was one energy match. We faced energy twice, and we beat it once, and we lost against it once. So, that's pretty much exactly what we expect with that matchup anyway. And, yeah, we crushed everything else. Well, I don't know if I would say we crushed everything else. Like, we kind of skated a little bit loose against some of these other decks, but, what I can solidly say is that this was another league where playing both Spreading Seas and Harbinger of the Seas proved absolutely invaluable, and I don't think we would have came out ahead if we had not had both of those cards. So, yeah, that's just where we're at with this. If you are not playing with Spreading Seas in your main deck as Merfolk, you are doing it wrong. The results don't lie, alright? The Merfolk master Nikachu himself agrees with this, and like all of my plates experience with this also suggests the same. Spreading Seas is the card we need to live with right now. That plus Harbinger of the Seas is like our main way of winning games, and you should absolutely be playing them. But yeah, it was another. It's not another. Sadly, not another 5-0. But you know what? 4-1s are still really good. We still take those. So, I gotta. You know what? I want to check something quick. Right now, the chest EV I think is like. I am pretty sure that the chest EV is skewed towards openings. Just curious. So GoatBots is telling us right now that the current expected value of opening a treasure chest is 2.47 tickets. However, they appear to only be buying them for about 1.9 right now. So what this means, and this is just a little moment of MTG math or finance math here. If you need if you don't have a lot of play points to play with leagues at the moment, it is actually to your benefit to open up a bunch of chests, because each one you'll get about half a ticket worth more of value from them than you would if you sell them, according to GoatBots at the moment. I'm just assuming that these numbers are correct in here. So can I Kira, can I like show this? Let me copy this so you can see it quick. These are numbers that are always worth noting here, so here we go. Yeah, chat. All right, this is what I'm saying here. So right, yeah, this line is how much they're paying out for this. So they're paying it's like 1.88 tickets right here. It's about 1.9 tickets per chest. But if they'll tell you down here that the value of opening it is currently 2.47. This includes play points, remember, so every 100 play points is worth approximately, it's worth 10 tickets here, because that's what the league entry is. So if you don't have a lot of play points and you need some to play leagues with, opening chests is probably better than selling them for tickets. There's the chance that you might score really big on it, but on average you'll come out ahead that way. So yeah, if you like I said, if you're out of these and you have like 10 of these to open or something, that might actually be worth it. You may want to consider that. So just something to note here. This is good to keep in mind every now and then. I will put the link to this in the chat here so that you can see that this is just a good reference to have at any given point. So when you're trying to figure out what to do with your chests, I already have a bunch of play points right now because I opened a bunch for this exact same reason. So these will at some point get converted to tickets, but I tend to hang on to them for as long as possible because I don't like selling them. They're like less than like 2 tickets a piece, but who knows if they're gonna, if they will stay that way or not. The value of chests like they've been going down for quite a while, so it's always interesting like that. But yeah, that's just something important to note with that. So hopefully you learned something about that. If you're watching my replay again, do me a favor, click the like button. The like button's how I know I'm doing a good job. I really appreciate it. We've had, like I said, a whole bunch of people come and join here. My link tree is also here in the chat if you're watching this, so you can find me and all my social stuff. It's also, all of the relevant links go in the description of the video as well, so you can find me on like Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff. I don't really use Facebook a whole lot, but the videos get posted there because that's where some people like seeing them. So you can find me on Twitter a lot more. So yeah, that's where I'm at. There's both P Magicus, which is for my personal stuff, and then at Lord Magicus as well. And yeah, so Lord Magicus on YouTube. Same. I try to do this every week. Like I said, I am very, very happy with how the deck is performing right now. So yeah, everybody, thank you for checking this out. I know this was like not our normal day for this, so we didn't have as many people here live for this, but that's okay because I know that everybody's gonna watch the replay. They're always here for the replay, and I am fine with that. And if you leave comments in the replay video on YouTube, I will look at them and respond to them. So thank you, everybody. That's all I've got for tonight, and I will see you again next week. Take it easy, everybody.